Yo, what's up everyone, this is Smith and welcome to the top 10 games of all time. Not what it's called. Welcome to my top 10 games of 2021, my annual series where I rate my top 10 games that I've played for the first time ever and completed. Or if you can't complete it, then I at least have played a bit of time and I just look back and see how much they have affected me, impacted me, or how good I think they are. Also, I can't start the video without the intro, so cue the intro. Okay, so just a couple pointers and rules. Obviously, this is purely subjective, and they're just gonna be what I feel like are the ones that will, as I said, have made the biggest impact on me going forward. Whether you agree or disagree, actually let me know. Just leave a comment. And the rules are for a game to be on this list is for me to at least have made one video of it, have finished the game, or if it's a multiplayer game or you can't really finish it and it's like a roguelike or something, have at least played enough for it to, you know, be reviewed. And that's it. Let's begin. Also, if you're interested, these are all the games that are on the list if you want to rank them yourself or do some predictions. But here we go. Number 10. On number 10 I have put Salt and Sanctuary. This is a 2D side-scrolling Souls-like game, obviously very inspired by Dark Souls, and it's a gem, I would say. I played through this with May in co-op and we had a grand time. Like, it took us a few nights to do it, but it's just like sick bosses, cool areas, the art is goddamn sickening, and I really enjoyed it. I'm glad I played it and I'm very much looking forward to the sequel that comes out next year. Well, actually this year, because this video is out now on 2022nd. What? Number 9. On my number 9 I have put Little Nightmares 2. A game series I am sad hasn't gotten a third game, but I'm happy that both 1 and 2 exist. I really enjoyed the second one especially. I think the first one was an honorable mentions last year, but the second one was sick. Like, I loved everything about it pretty much. It's not extremely ambitious and going for like giant everything or whatever. They just create a little story within this little world, make the gameplay feel nice, and make the atmosphere and ambience just perfect. It's a thrill and it has a lot of like messed up but realistic views on the world, however you see it, and I very thoroughly enjoyed it and looking forward to what the devs make next. Number 8. On my number 8 I have put Resident Evil Village. Now, I'm not a huge fan of the Resident Evil / Silent Hill type of gameplay, but I love the atmosphere. And I gotta be honest, the only reason why this is even on the top 10 is because of the one sequence in the game when you're in the house. We all know that sequence if you've played it or seen it. The one on screen right now, that one. This is it. I think it's the closest I felt to PT in a AAA horror game recently, or literally since then, and I loved it. I would love a full game that's like that, even if it's like 3 to 5 hours long. Love psychological horrors like that. It's a very short little sequence, but it's very memorable, and I think it deserves the number 8 spot. Number 7. On number 7, I have put Skull the Hero Slayer. I'd say the rest of the games are ones that I really like. Like, all these games I love. Because if you didn't know, I've many times said that Skull is my favorite roguelike of all time. Which it is. It feels just way too good to play. It's so fun. So addicting. And one of the only games this year I've just sat and played in my free time. Because usually when I play games, I play with friends and stuff. But this is the one game where I've just been sat there for a couple hours alone, just playing. Loving life. It is so fun. The randomization is fun. The combat is so damn tight. It's so Hollow Knight-esque. A lot of characters, items, sick ass bosses. The music is top tier. Has a nice little story. It's got endgame content. And yeah, overall just a very good time. And I simply love it. On number 6, I've put Darksiders 2. And also I've put Darksiders 1 with it. I didn't want to put 2 on the list, but I've put them both together on the number 6 spot here. I feel like a lot of people are surprised that it's not in the top 5, but it almost made it. And the only reason why I do not want to put it higher yet is because I want the full game series to be done before I can really judge. If you didn't know, I'm currently playing the third one. You can probably check out videos tomorrow of that or yesterday, and I'm loving that so far. But we know that it's not going to conclude the overall story, but rather it's telling the story from different perspectives. But with that said, if they pull off the ending of Darksiders 4, if they ever make it, and make it as good as the setup is, I think that I would probably put Darksiders as a series well above God of War, and probably one of my favorite hack and slash series ever. They have dated so well in terms of combat, look, voice acting, music is incredible, and I love how the series in its whole just progressively changes with each game. So that's why the fourth one could go and just be something different and either ruin it, which I doubt because we already know they can make games, or make it somehow even better and then beautifully tie it all together and give us that epic moment we've all been waiting for. And now we're gonna get to the top 5. These 5 were the easiest 5 to pick. 6 to 10 were kind of hard because there were so many like good to really good games I played this year. But on my number 5, I have put Ender Lilies. I say it was easy to put, but it wasn't. This game is incredible, to the point where I once called it a masterpiece. I still would consider it one, because there's nothing really wrong with it in my opinion, because it is everything it's trying to be. It's a beautifully crafted Metroidvania where you control a little girl with Shaman King-esque spirits fighting for her, and there are a lot to pick from. You can make whatever build you want, you got different equipment slots, a lot of Souls-like elements, nice-ass bosses, but the most mind-blowing thing about this game is its goddamn OST. If I had to rank OST for this year's games, this is number 1, no joke. And the rest of these games have amazing OSTs, by the way. But this game's OST's feeling is untouched. When you walk in a new zone and the new music starts playing, it's just the best part ever. It's so somber, it's so beautiful, and then when you actually fight a boss, you think it's gonna be this epic upbeat brawl with this guy. It's just like the most sad and hard-hitting music. And I still listen to this OST on a regular basis. It's so incredibly good. It has some amazing boss fights that I do not want to spoil. Go get it yourself, it's very cheap. Oh, of course, watch my series on it. And it's also the only game this year that I 100%ed, I think. After being done with the videos, I actually went and just did everything I was missing out on. And it was an amazing time, so I think it very much deserves spot number 5. Number 4. On my number 4, I have put Nioh 2. What a banger of a game this is. Holy shit. This is without a doubt the best co-op experience of a Souls-like game I've ever had. If not in my favorite co-op experiences I've ever had. Me and May, we went through this game for so many nights, just doing missions, doing bosses, doing missions, doing bosses. It's so fucking sick. And we only completed it all once, without even doing the extra optional quests and missions and all that. And it took us like, what, 30 to 35 hours? The bosses are tough, the maps are fucking beautifully made. The OST is, it's so frustratingly underrated. You go to a fucking Nioh 2 OST video, it has like fucking 2,000 views. What are you doing? Go either get this game or listen to the OST. You have to. It's so good. The combat is like taking Dark Souls, putting that samurai spin on it, makes it more fast-paced, have an insane amount of both talismans, ninjutsu, weapon variety. You can change between 2 weapons. You got demon mode. You can change your build at any time. It's fucking ridiculously good. Only sad thing about it is that I actually lost the footage for the final boss, which is why the series never actually ended, but we did complete it. But I don't have the footage for the final boss. But yeah, Nioh 2, my god. Would even play it again, honestly, and I would absolutely adore if they made a third one at some point. I'd wait several years just for an experience like that again. Number 3. On my number 3, I have put Omori. I only finished this recently, but I started playing it at the very start of the year. And let me tell you, this game is ridiculously creative, beautiful, heartbreaking, and most of all, terrifying. You can put me in any horror scenario and nothing will stick with me as much as a game like Omori will. The story is so well put together. The way that literal text and pixels on your screen will make you feel such heart-wrenching things was kind of insane. Not to mention that it's a JRPG at its core, with a lot of funny dialogue, lots of side quests. Not the most in-depth combat, but it's there. A lot of beautiful hand-drawn art. And the overall sound design is impeccable. I don't even know what the fuck the definition of that word is. It's to the point where I literally use the Omori sound effect for my donation alert on Twitch, that you should go follow also, by the way. And the music, oh my god. Just thinking about it right now, sitting here in my room at what, 5:30 AM, talking to my monitor while looking at a white screen and thinking about the music, makes me almost somber myself. Like the music of the very first area in the dream world, to everything in between, to the final battles theme there. It's such a range of emotions that almost shouldn't be possible. It's a fucking pixel game, and I love pixel games, but they're not supposed to make you feel like this, and I respect the shit out of it. Not only is it a game, for me, it was more of the experience of doing that. I would never play this game again. Not because it's a bad game, not because I don't like JRPGs, but because I can never get the feeling of unfolding the story myself and connecting the clues and doing all that, and then seeing just how well everything is personified. I feel like I've done a great job not spoiling anything. And now now we're getting to number 2. So on my number 2, I have put God of War 2018. Banger game. Holy shit. I did not know what to expect from this game. I did not think that this game would literally bridge the gap between me and God of War. Do you realize after I played this, I played God of War 1, 2, 3, Ascension, Ghost of Sparta, Chains of Olympus, and fucking God of War Betrayal, which by the way is number 1. This game is a fucking masterpiece. The voice acting, the visuals, the music, everything. It's like literally playing a movie, but this time it's not boring as fuck. The entire game is pretty much a singular shot. If you don't die, it's just a single shot that keeps moving. The camera goes fucking mental. The amount of small detail to dialogue, character interactions, and somehow the game made me love every single character. It doesn't matter who they are, if they're evil, if they're good, if they're bad, whatever the fuck. I'm sure most of you guys probably thought this was going to be number 1, and it was a contender, but there's only one game that I've chosen to put above this. We're not going to talk about that yet. We're going to talk about God of War 2018 being probably one of my favorite AAA games ever made. And with that said, this is only the setup to God of War Ragnarok, which comes out next year or this year, which is also one of my most anticipated games at the moment because I know they're gonna fucking own it. They had written out this Norse mythology arc here beforehand and they knew what they were setting up for in 2018 version here, and I cannot wait for the conclusion and the emotional toll it's gonna have on me. We know some shit's about to go down here with my boys, but at the same time, I cannot wait any longer. Please give it to us. Before I get to number 1 though, let's quickly do some honorable mentions. Eldest Souls. This game was a blast, completed in like one go pretty much. Feels great, sick music, and the only boss rush I played this year, and I fucking loved it. Or was another little game I completed in one go. Just a nice game with Ghibli-esque music, beautiful visuals, and such a heartwarming little kid story that you can't help but love. Gunfire Reborn is another roguelike, and actually one of my favorite as well, with Risk of Rain 2. I think Gunfire Reborn, Risk of Rain 2, and Skull are my 3 favorite roguelites of all time. Honestly, just a good time, man. One of the only like FPS roguelites I've played, and I thoroughly enjoyed it, especially with friends. I've put all the God of War games in the honorable mentions as well, because I think the contrast between these and God of War 2018 are just not at all the same kind of games. You can prefer either one, but you cannot deny that 2018 version took everything that was before and turned the writing up by like 30 times at least. But as I said, still amazing games. I enjoyed playing through all of them, and they all have their fair share of really sick moments. Chicken Little Ace in Action, probably one of the best games I'll never play ever again. And finally, on the number 1 spot, 13 Sentinels Aegis Rim. Now this is gonna come as a surprise to literally everyone, I feel like. In fact, probably only like 20% of you guys watched that video. But let me tell you something right now. Do not underestimate this game. If you didn't already know, my friend Punkdog has been non-stop talking about this goddamn game before I played it, obviously, to me, and told everyone around him to play this game. I was like, yeah, whatever. It looks like a fun little fucker there. I'll probably check it out at some point. And then I bought it and I was like, okay, let's get into it. In the first 30 minutes, slapped in the face. I get fucking owned. I'm like, whoa, wait. That was the intro. Why am I hooked and also want to play this for 40 hours now? I literally can't even talk about the game itself because I do not want to spoil a singular thing for the few people who actually choose to play this game after hearing this. This game is definitely not for everyone. If you do not like this kind of talking game or strategy combat game, it's not for you. You're just not gonna like it. But if you love an amazingly written sci-fi story with insane storytelling, and it's probably one of my favorite stories in a video game ever, the depth there is to it, the amount of interconnected points there is to it, the thought process behind everything, the amount of plot twists around every turn, it never stops. If you are willing to get invested, you start creating your own theories in your head, you can read all the lore stuff, you start loving every character. By the way, I can say this, there are a lot of characters, you can play a lot of characters, and you have to play a lot of characters, and it's just insane, man. Like, it's just one of the only times in video games recently, having watched obviously a lot of movies, anime, a lot of games, it's one of the only times where I've been like, how the fuck do you even write this? It's so gripping, it's so philosophical, it's so emotional, it's so epic, it's so this, it's so that. You know when you play a game and you take away a message from the game, right? You're like, oh, this taught us to put family first. Well, this one does that, but 10 different times. Without even talking about the amount of goddamn voice acting and dialogue and everything. It's actually just crazy. So please, if you've got a PlayStation 4 or 5 and you like a good story, pick it up. For real. It is an experience I'll never experience for the first time again, but I wish I could. It very, very much deserves the number 1 spot here in terms of what I think is just objectively an amazing story. Music is banging, characters lovable, and something that also impacted me very heavily. And one of the only games where I had that feeling, you know that feeling when you're a kid, you watch a movie and you're like, but I would need more of that. I felt that way about this game. I was actually just like depressed for like 5 days after playing it because I was like, I want to play this more, but I've completed it now. So whatever this man writes next time, I'm gonna do it. So that concludes my top 10 list of 2021. So let's quickly look at this list here. 2 of these games are new and the other 8 are just old games. And that sums up pretty much the entire year. We didn't get shit this year because of COVID. I'm not mad about it. In fact, I am even more hyped now knowing that next year is going to be probably the best year of games for me personally ever. Literally ever. How can you touch this next year in terms of MythyMoo and YouTube together? We'll be starting out the year with fucking Horizon Forbidden West, Elden Ring, Pokemon Legends Arceus, Dying Light 2, Lost Ark. And that's just 2 months in. And I've probably missed like 5. Now imagine Silksong comes out later that same year. I can rate so many insane games at once. I can't wait. I literally just can't wait. It's going to be series after series after series. And I hope a lot of you guys are going to join me on these little series coming up next year. This year, once again, has been a blast and probably, again, one of my favorite years ever on YouTube. I've been doing what I love. I've been playing sick-ass story games. I'm playing games with my friends. I've been doing Twitch streams. And life in general, man. I've just really been enjoying it. So thank you all so much once again for watching my videos, liking, commenting, subscribing, all that stuff. Clicking the bell, which I don't tell anyone to do, but a lot of people actually have done that. That's cool. And like, real talk, there's no way I would play even half of these games if I didn't have you guys watching me. Like, you guys are literally the reason why I'm playing these games and getting these experiences with you guys. So thank you sincerely. We're now in for a new year, 2022. It's gonna be a lot of suffering, despair, agony, but if we can just sit down and enjoy at least a little bit of every day, we'll be just fine, man. Thank you guys for watching this video as well. Likes and comments are again very appreciated, and I hope to see you in my future videos. Take care, everyone.